Right now, take a live look outside. The Fox 46 exclusive Hyatt Place Uptown camera. Another chilly night in the Queen City, but some clouds are moving in for the weekend with some rain not far behind. Let's turn things over to Fox 46 Chief Meteorologist Tara Lane. And Tara, when can we expect that wet weather?
Wet weather, most of it holding off until later tomorrow evening. And I'll show you a closer look at that timeline and future radar here coming up. But staying dry out there for the most part tonight. And boy, it was another frosty, frigid, cold start this morning. 24 degrees, 10 degrees below the average out of the airport in Charlotte, but still far enough away from at least tying the record of 20 from all the way back in the late 1800s. We did actually warm up a little above average, though, for a change, and closer to 60 earlier today. So we're not cooling off quite as much tonight. We're still at 43 in the Queen City. We've got some upper 30s and Monroe, actually mid 30s in Albemarle and Salisbury, a little chillier there now, along with Boone, and 40 degrees so far in Jefferson, 47 in Hickory. So by the time you head out the door in the morning, we will have only dropped into the mid and upper 30s. And if you're already there at this point, like we've seen in some neighborhoods, again, don't expect much more of a change over the next several hours. Those temperatures kind of hovering close to where they are right now. And we do have a few sprinkles off to the west and checking out parts of the foothills here, but nothing too substantial coming in for the next several hours. All of that is staying off to our west and closer to this area of low pressure, warm front, and eventually a cold front. And that storm system as a whole is going to bring us that next round of rain, maybe even a little bit of mountain snow by the early part of Saturday. So here's what it's looking like. Again, rain starts to move in, mountains first by later tomorrow afternoon and evening, early part of Saturday. But Saturday afternoon, already back to that sunshine. Strong thunderstorm may be a possibility more east of Charlotte and closer to, say, Anson, Richmond County. Not looking at a great threat of severe weather, though, so good news there. And yes, this could all end with a few mountain snowflakes, but not as strong as this past system, or cold, really. And so looking at any of those totals staying generally under an inch, and then paving the way for, after that moves out, a breezy and drier Saturday afternoon. So if you're looking to pick out that perfect Christmas tree, maybe heading out this weekend, again, rain moving in late tomorrow, so looking okay first part of the day. It may be still wet early on Saturday, but the afternoon, as I mentioned, looking drier, and Sunday, A-OK. You got the green light for heading out. So future radar shows 8 o'clock. Here we are in the morning. Again, maybe a few sprinkles. We'll see some clouds around, and the clouds get thicker and lower with time. And so eventually by mid to late afternoon, starting to see some more widespread heavy batches of rain rolling in from the west. Mountains, foothills first, getting into more of the Charlotte area, 6, 7, 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. That rain real heavy and widespread at times as we go into late evening, 10, 11 o'clock, midnight. That's when we could have a few storms in the mix. And as I said, this could wrap up with a little bit of light mountain snow. If we see that at all, that will taper off after Saturday morning. And that's actually where the mountains and the foothills, where we're going to see some of those higher rainfall totals up to an inch, maybe close to 2 inches. But yes, only maybe a couple tenths of an inch. Highest elevations, once we head above, say, 3,700 feet or so, could pick up 1 to 2 inches, but again, not as much as what we had this past week a couple of days ago. So that's why we had that neighborhood weather alert day in place for tomorrow. Grab the umbrella, be careful out on the roads by tomorrow night with some of that heavy rain moving in. Saturday afternoon through Sunday looking nice and dry, those highs in the 50s.